Hello everyone. So we're back now with our valances, and now I'm going to show you one of the techniques that I like to use when I'm doing the last step to the valances, which is the hem. As you can see, I have all of these threads right here. These are the threads you should have as well, because I believe in one of my videos I said you didn't have to cut them right away, but this is where we reinforce the edges. You should have reinforced all of your edges for your valances, so that when you constantly are putting that rod through, sometimes it loosens up the stitch. So I always keep my threads here until the end. And now that I have all of my valances done, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna clean it up. So you see, all I'm doing is I'm taking my scissors and I am cleaning up my edges, cut off all of those threads that were on the end. Then what I do is, this is all four of my valances. Excuse me, I apologize. What I do is, so that I'm sure that they are completely even when we go to do our hem, I pin them all together. So you'll take all four of your valances and you will line them up and you will just stick a pin through it. And I've already done some, and even on the side edge, just to keep everything together, just take a pin and stick it in the side edge of your valances too. So as you can see, as I keep going, I started working on it before I came back, because I wanted to show you guys, give you an idea of what I was doing and how to get them all even. And sometimes it, excuse me again, it really takes time for you to make them even. So what I do is I just pick each one up and I make sure at the tip I can see it. Then I move down a little more, pick up all four, and I put them all together. And if you can see what I'm doing, they're all, ouch, stuck myself. They're all lined up together, and I just keep pinning. And that's what I want you to do with your valances. So if you have two, if you're only doing two valances, it's relatively easy. All you're doing is putting two valances together. That's all you're doing, putting two. If you have four, you're putting four together. If your window just happened to have been super long and you decide, hey, I'm going to do six, then you should be taking these valances and you should be lining them up like I just did. And you are going to, ouch, I don't know why I keep sticking myself today. You're going to just keep pinning it. And as you can see, you'll keep doing this all the way until we get to the end. So this is my next section. Make sure, please, 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 this is very important. Please make sure every part of this is even. And you'll see why in my next demonstration, why you want to make sure these are even. If you haven't figured it out already, it's because if we know this part of our valance is even as we're pinning it, once we start the hemming part, we'll know that when we hang these valances, they will be even, because we are going to start our hem based on what we have at the bottom of this valance. So as you can see, I am all the way to the end. This is the end of my valances. Again, we started with the other end, and here's the other strings that I told you guys that I never cut until the end. So you may have to go in between and make sure none of your threads are caught in between. And what I'll do is, just to make life a little easier here, is I am going to just pin this so that excuse me, I can see where all my threads are hanging. So here we go. You see these threads at the end, just clip them, just cleaning up your sewing work, cleaning it up. And again, the rest of our threads, we're just clipping. I love these smaller scissors when we're doing little fine jobs like this. And so as you can see, I have all four 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have all 4 of my valances now pinned evenly across, and I'll be right back to show you where we go from here. So just give me a minute. Okay guys, so technically this is the top of what we just pinned. This is all of the top of our valance that we just pinned, okay? And as you can see, if you look down, this is the ends of our fabric. This is the ends. And if you notice, see how this valance is shorter than this valance. This one is longer than this valance. That's 2. And then you have 3, and this one is a little shorter or longer than the other one, and then you have 4, which is shorter. So here's what we do from here. You take the shortest valance. You take the shortest valance, you line it up, and you just cut to make all of the valances even all the way across. And the reason for that is, which is I'm guessing is common sense, is that once we make this one even with all of the valances, then we're going to start our hem. We're going to use one of the techniques that I showed you guys previously. You're either going to serge this edge, turn it up, I'd say about a 1/2 inch, and you're going to do that for all 4. But I'm going to go to my ironing board. I'm going to cut it evenly, all of my valances evenly, and come back and show you what it looks like, okay? So basically, you should have all 4 of your valances lined up just like I do. Sometimes it just works out like this. I'm not a very good cutter sometimes, so, and you may not be either. You may have cut some that were longer or shorter, and I think I told you in one of my beginning videos not to worry about it if it's off by, you know, an inch or 2, which is about what this is equivalent to, about maybe an inch or 2 as far as being uneven, because we can make adjustments now, and I'm going to show you how we're going to make those adjustments. So go ahead and take your shortest valance and make it even with all of the other 3 valances. Make sure they're all even all the way across. Please visit my website, BustaWraps, BustaWraps, BustaWraps.com. Be right back, guys. Bye-bye.